Hi there, this is Adam Davidson, owner of Dental Digital. In this video, if you're a dentist and you're currently looking to grow, you'd like more patients coming in, I want to touch on the most recent news, which I'm sure you're aware of, which is the closing of Smile Direct Club. Now, although that's a terrible and it is a terrible situation for the people involved, obviously there's a lot of people left in the dark mid-treatment who can no longer get further treatment, or there's people even before treatment who didn't even get a chance to start. And there's also people post-treatment without retainers, without care, etc. So obviously it's a huge problem at the moment, and it is effective. However, from a marketing point of view, there's a great opportunity for you as a dentist, if you are in a position to grow, to gain a lot of new patients, okay? Because at the moment, there's a lot of people out there who need urgent help, and you as a private dentist can give them the help that they need, and you're going to be able to provide a much better service than Smile Direct Club anyway. I mean, if we're honest, I think from a dentist point of view, Smile Direct Club wasn't the best option. Obviously, the saying goes, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. And I think that's what's happened. People have paid extremely cheap prices, was getting aligners, etc. And don't get me wrong, obviously it worked for a lot of people. But overall, I don't think the business model was the best for, the patients involved. So at the end of the day, you can actually provide a better service anyway. So you will be doing these people a lot of justice by offering them your services and your help, as they can get better care and correct treatment, and treatment that actually provides them what they want. Okay, so this video here, I'm going to show you how you can stand out in your local area and your surrounding areas regarding this issue. So people look at you as the best option or the alternative option to go to when they have to think about who they go to next to actually sort out the issue. Okay, so if you are in a position where you want more patients, this is a perfect opportunity for you to stand out, for these people to come to you, basically. And I've been working with dentists for a very long time, and dentists recently who have been running these promotions. I've got a dentist who I'm working with who has already seen over 30 new patients, literally in the space of about a week, simply since the news actually broke. Okay, so again, this video is going to go over how you can promote yourself in the area indirectly, so people will look at you as the dentist to go to. Okay, now, as you can see here, the title is exactly that. So how to stand out in your area as the #1 alternative dentist to go to since the closing of Smile Direct Club, and how to generate huge amounts of new patients from this. Okay, so there's 5 simple steps to doing this. Okay, 5 simple steps, as you can see here, to generating tons of new inquiries from those affected by the Smile Direct Club crisis. Okay, now the first one is you want to create an awareness advert on Facebook and Instagram, letting people know that you are there to help them. Okay, and you want to be targeting people who are between 18 to 55, but I'll go into that as it's in the second point. So the first point is this: you need to advertise that you actually are there to help people. Okay, now most dentists don't even do this first step. What I've seen a lot of dentists do currently is just simply posting on their normal Facebook and their normal Instagram news feeds that they're there to help, and that they expressing their sort of gratitude to people, etc. But the problem is this: very, very rarely does that ever really get noticed by the masses of people in your area if you just post normally. So a lot of dentists at the moment are just posting normally with no advertising behind it. Okay, just normal posts. And yes, they may reach the odd person, maybe someone will come across it, or maybe it reaches a few of their already existing followers, but it's never going to get them in front of, again, the masses of people who are actually affected by it. Okay, if you just post normally on social media. So what you want to do, again, if you do want to reach lots of people, is you need to advertise. Now, advertising on Facebook and Instagram is different from posting. I won't go into the ins and outs of it here, but you do need to set up an advertisement, and what I would call is an awareness advertisement, with the goal of obviously spreading awareness. Okay, now in this awareness advertisement, you can come across very indirect. You don't want to be coming across like, come to us, we're the best solution. Are you affected by Smile Direct Club? Come to us. You don't really want to be coming across too aggressive. You just simply want to be putting the word out there that, look, we understand that obviously it's a terrible situation for those affected, but we do understand there's a lot of patients who are in need and need help. If you are one of those patients, we're here to help you. Get in contact and we can talk about your situation and we can see how we can help you. That's the kind of approach you want to be coming from. And naturally, lots of people will take interest in that and start coming through. So that's the first point. The second point is you want to target your local area between the ages of 18 to 55 and let the algorithm do the rest. So what do I mean by that? So when you advertise, not post, not just posting, when you advertise, Facebook and Instagram allows you to target certain age ranges. It allows you to target certain areas. You can target your your local area, you can target a huge area around your practice. Whatever you feel is necessary for you, you want to be targeting your local area, okay, and basically surrounding areas, wherever you think is best to target to get patients coming in, okay, and you can do that. First of all, obviously that's common sense, right? However, you want to target the age ranges between 18 to 55. So I run a lot of Invisalign adverts, clear aligner adverts for dentists. 18 to 55 always seems to be the best performing age group when it comes to getting new patients for those treatments. And for Smile Direct Club, it's going to be a similar thing. A lot of their patients would have been within this range. So you want to be targeting that age range, okay? And then you just let the algorithm do the rest. So Facebook and Instagram's algorithm is super smart. You just want to target the masses of people in the area. As long as the advert's clear and it's talking about, it's obviously calling those people out who are potentially affected, then you're going to get in front of the right people, and Facebook and Instagram will work that out as well. And naturally, you'll start seeing people come through who are affected, okay, which is what you're looking for. Now, the third point is create content to highlight this issue so you stand out much more. I'm going to show you some content examples in a moment. Content meaning when you run your advert, you need to be running imagery and videos that actually stands out and gets someone's attention, okay, which a lot of dentists struggle with that as well. So the fourth point is you want to create a type form questionnaire for people to fill out once they click on your advertisement. So when someone sees your ad, and let's say they're affected, okay, let's say they're affected by the current problem with Smile Direct Club and they're looking for help. When they click on the advert, they need to be sent somewhere for them to actually put their information in so you can get their information to contact them to book them in. Okay, now I suggest you do this through a type form method, which is a questionnaire where you can ask people, okay, what's the current situation? How far are you in treatment? And you can ask them all those qualification questions before they actually become a lead. So let's say, right? So once someone actually has filled in that form, you know they've been qualified to a certain extent. You know that they are a genuine person who has, again, been affected by the issue. Otherwise, if you don't have this sort of what I call a qualification section here, you're just going to get a whole bunch of randoms coming through. Okay. Now, last but not least, for the fifth point is contact your leads to book them in. Obviously, it's straightforward. Once someone has, filled in the form, submitting their details, then obviously you want to be contacting them to book them in. You want to be phoning them, calling them, using text messages, etc., to actually book them in. I won't go over that in this video, but I do have another video that talks about how to follow up with leads as and when they come through. Okay, so it's another video on my YouTube. Okay, so next point here, let me just show you this here. Content examples. Now I've got a couple slides on this just to show you what kind of imagery and what kind of videos or imagery you could say you want to be using. Now, if you don't have much content from within the practice, so you don't have much content like in terms of pictures of the practice itself, pictures of patients, and you don't have much to work with, then you can just create content like this that just simply calls out people. It literally it doesn't have to be anything special. It can literally just be straight to the point, calling out potentially people who are in need, or the fact that you're here to help. So you can see here simple images like, we're here to help you with your treatment, get in contact to find out more. This one on the right hand side, are you ready to start your treatment? For those who potentially haven't started, we're here to help you, get in contact with us. Now obviously these images don't run by themselves. They have add text above them, which obviously puts the images in context, okay, so it makes sense. But my point is that you can use simple imagery. You don't have to think about it too much in detail. Just put imagery out there that literally just calls out the issue. Now this is just one variation, it's just an example. You could also change the ad text to be like, affected by Smile Direct Club, or didn't get to start your treatment, or are you mid treatments? You can basically play on a whole bunch of what I call pain points in sort of marketing terms, and you can use it in very clear imagery like this. These 5 points here is something that if you do have will be of major benefit to you. So number one is pictures of your team. So when you're running your advert to get people's attention, you can use a picture of your team, because what that's going to do is it's going to show these people that you are a real practice, and that that they can trust you, that you have a big team, etc. It just comes across like what it's doing is building that trust with them, because these people's trust has now been knocked, obviously. Okay, so now these people are more in the market for a credible dentist rather than price as such. Now, number two is pictures of your practice inside and out. So again, just to show them that you are a real physical location practice, and people may even recognize the practice if you're advertising to your local area. Number three is pictures of real patients before and after treatment. Again, it's self-explanatory. Really, what this achieves is that people can see that you do have real patients, transformations, for similar treatments that people are obviously going through, similar to Smile Direct Club. So you can show that as well. Videos of your dentist addressing the issue on a video. So what that means is, if you want to go the extra mile, you could get the principal dentist or a dentist at your practice to basically create a video of themselves talking about the issue, and again, sort of addressing the people affected to come to the practice for help. That just shows, again, it just builds up a whole bunch of trust. It shows that you're willing to put your face out there about it. So again, remember, these people are going to be more looking at the credibility of a practice now to go to. They're going to be kind of, they're burnt in a way, right? They've been burnt. So they're going to be looking at that. So if you can come across as you're willing to put a video out there addressing the issue, they're going to get to know your face, they're going to build trust with you, etc. Now, number 5 is pictures or videos showing your credentials, awards, testimonials, reviews. So you could put out pictures, or along with your imagery, you could maybe put your award logos on there if you have any, to show that you're a credible practice that's been around. Testimonials to show that you have real patients who rate you. Reviews, same sort of thing, etc. All this builds, so you can see here at the bottom, all of this builds trust for the potential patient. Okay, and that's really what you're trying to do here. Okay, now a few other points here which I want to go over is pain points and motivations to include in your context/advert. So again, when you're running this advert, okay, you're going to have your image, which I've just gone over, your image or video, whatever it is you want to run to capture people's attention. But then you're also going to have your ad text. So when you're writing out your advert, you're going to have the text on top of the ad that basically puts it all in context and calls out these people, okay, more in depth. So your ad text needs to be good as well. So in your ad text, obviously, really, you just want to call out your local area and talk about the issue and basically invite people in for help. But you can also include pain points, and it may sound harsh, but it's just really a marketing term. Pain points meaning, you're saying things that people are currently going through, and it's a good way to get their attention. So I believe some people have paid money, and if they've done it on finance, they're struggling to get refunds, etc. from Smile Direct Club. I'm not sure obviously the situation with that, but I'm just saying it's an example of potentially one pain point that you could put in on your campaign to basically get more attention. Number 2 is started treatment, but not these are questions, by the way, that you could put on. So for example, one of the things you could say is started treatment but not received first aligners. I know some people again have paid first to start and they haven't even received the first ones. And number 3 is mid treatment with no more aligners coming. So some people are going to be 4 or 5 months into the process and have half straight teeth but nowhere near done. Obviously, it's got to be super frustrating for the person. Number 4, pain or discomfort with no patient care. So there's going to be a lot of people out there that's not going to have care anymore, and you can't get any further care, who are going to be suffering from some sort of pain or discomfort. Again, that's another potential pain point. Finish your treatment, but hadn't your retainers come in? And then number 6 is obviously etc. There's lots of different things you as a dentist can think about as to what their situation could be. And you definitely want to include this or some of these points, on your campaigns, okay? Because again, it's just going to get that much more attraction, and it's going to attract those people who are actually suffering with those issues, which is these are the people you're looking to get in front of. Okay. All right. So next is a lot of Smile Direct patients will no longer be looking so much at the price, but the credibility of a dentist. So although there will still be, so obviously Smile Direct, most people get Smile Direct because the cheapness, it's so cheap, all right? And also on top of that, they haven't got to physically go to a dentist. They can just kind of get their aligners every week. And it seems like a dream, right? It's really cheap, yet they don't have to leave the house. So it's super simple, right? And obviously, ideally, it sounds really, really good. But really the motivation behind it is a lot of people's motivation anyway in the beginning would have been price, because it was it was cheaper than what let's say going to a practice would have been. However, now that they're shut down, these people are feeling betrayed. It's kind of a wake up call. It's like almost it's almost like let's say some people go to Turkey to get their teeth done. Obviously, there's lots of great dentists out there, but let's say someone goes out of the country or goes elsewhere to have treatment and it's not good, right? But they paid really cheap. Well, oftentimes those people will come back and pay good money to get it sorted or to get it done properly, because it's kind of given them a wake-up call that price is not everything. And that will definitely be the situation for a lot of these people. Not all. A lot of them will still be just looking at prices, right? But there will still be a big market, because I know a few dentists have thought about they don't really want those types of patients coming in because of they're looking for price all the time. But in actual fact, a lot of people's mindset would have been shifted now. Their main focus, a lot of them, will be based on who the practice is, what's the credibility of them, because again, they've been burnt. They don't want to go through this again, okay? So you've got more leeway with that. And again, it's not going to be so much about price for these people. I'm not saying you won't get people who will be talking about price. Of course there will be, but it's just, there is going to be that market of people, because I know I would be like that. If I had treatment that just all of a sudden just cut me off mid-aligners, had no more care from them, I would be super wary about who I'd go to next. And it wouldn't be so much based on price. It'd be about who they are, what their credibility is, etc. So that's just the point I wanted to make there. So it's also another reason why you want to sort of, go or promote this. Last point is this: once patients click on your advert, send them through a simple landing page or a type form to capture their information. So I'm going to show you an example of a type form right now, just to touch on this. When people click on your advert, there's 2 places you can send them to. I recommend doing a type form as a questionnaire, and you can set it up. It's super simple, okay? But if you want to go the extra mile, you can create a little landing page, a little page for them to go to, which will address the issue again, and it will have a form for them to fill in their information. Basically, you need a simple way for them to fill in their information so you can contact them. So I'm going to show you that right now on a type form. Okay, so what you see here in the background is an example of a type form. So a type form, again, is a questionnaire that people will go through once they've clicked on your advert. And it's just one of the options. I did mention you can do a landing page as well, but I'm just going to show you this option because it's the quickest, most simplest option for you to get set up. So type form, basically, again, it's a questionnaire, all right? So let's say someone clicks on your Smile Direct Approach campaign, okay, because they've been affected by it. Now, when they click on the ad, you want to send them somewhere which is super simple for them to put their information in, so you can get that information to contact them to book them in, okay? So one of the most simplest ways is by using this, again, a Typeform method. And on Typeform, what I'm about to show you is literally the most simplest example. You can create your own version, you can create your own questions, your own introduction, however you want to do it. It's just an example, okay? But basically in this example, I've got a simple bit of text that says, if you've been affected by Smile Direct Club, we are here to help. We are, so I've got the 3 dots here, so we are, and I've left this bit out. So this is where you're going to put your credibility in. So your credibility in terms of we are located in the heart of location. We've been established for 30 years and served over 1,000 patients, something like that. Or whatever your individual credibility is, you can put in here. We are award-winning dentists. We are Invisalign diamond providers, whatever it may be. You want to put that in here because remember, it's all about credibility to these people now, okay? Let us know what your current situation is and we can help you get the smile you deserve. Something along those lines you can put. And then what happens is people are going to press start and then they're going to go through the questions. Now, you can also add your logo in here, or you can add an image of Smile Direct Club sort of shutting down or something along those lines. You can do that on Typeform. I'm not going to go into ins and outs on how Typeform works. If you type in Typeform on Google, you'll see it and it's very straightforward. So what happens is, let's say someone presses start. You can even edit the button, say continue or count me in or something, whatever it is you want. When they press start, so I've just put this simple question in here. So please describe your current situation and how far you are in with treatment. People can write out their current situation here. You know, maybe they'll say haven't yet started, paid money, or maybe mid-treatment, whatever the situation is. And then obviously you will get that information. So when you call them, you know their situation. So this is one way you can do it. You can get them to literally type out their situation, or you can create a multiple choice question where you list it out for them. You know, haven't started treatment yet, mid-treatment, after treatment, no retainers, in pain. There's a lot of stuff you can do on a Typeform, okay? So yes, but essentially you want to get the situation off of them. Now, when they press, I'm just going to put test here, okay? When they press next, what I'm doing is I'm just asking for their contact information, first name, last name, phone number, email, okay? And then you will receive all of that information. You do have to set up an automation through Zapier to do it. I won't go over that here, but you can message me if you want to know how to do that. But basically, you can ask for information. Now, you can keep it super simple as that, you know, literally one question and then information, or you can add more onto it. You can go more into maybe, would you be looking for finance, blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. You can ask them more questions about their situation, whatever you want. But my point is, a Typeform is easy to set up, a great way to get people's information. And then what's going to happen is you're just going to send traffic through this form and you're going to get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus inquiries coming through. Okay, and potentially more, potentially maybe a bit less, depending on your market, your area, but you're going to get people coming through that. Okay, and again, with the right follow-up, if you call these people and you do the right follow-up, which is, I mentioned earlier, you can go on my YouTube, there's a video how to follow up with these leads properly, you're going to end up booking a lot of these people in, okay, which will then obviously send to patients. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully this helped. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions individually, or if you want to have a call with me personally to go over specifically what you want to do for your practice, if you have some specific goals for potentially the new year, or how you want to use this, you know, in your current strategy or whatever it may be, get in contact with me. I work with practices all over the UK mainly, but all over. And I mean, I've been helping dentists for many years get lots and lots of new patients month in, month out by using campaigns, advertisements through Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so it's very, very powerful if you know how to use it. Okay, so I hope this helped. And again, get in contact if you have any questions. Thank you.